Saturday. Oh my Lord, got done with everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're chilling on a damn Saturday night. Holy frijoles. Man, oh man, we'll see how many people we get on tonight. I think it's a normal night, kind of my schedule. Probably should have. We got a little bit lucky with that, with the clock getting pushed back tonight. So, because I mean, that game ended up going to what, like 11:30. What was it, like 11 innings, whatever it was? Man, what a World Series, man. Holy frijoles, man. Freaking, um, Yamamoto, man. These Japanese stars really carry the Dodgers, especially Yamamoto and Otani. Otani didn't have enough gas, I thought, tonight. I think, he was kind of on fumes after having, playing all the way he played, the way he did, and then having to pitch on Tuesday and then again tonight. I didn't think he had a lot left in the tank. But Sasaki, man, Yamamoto, holy free, holy, after 66 pitches, another 3 innings tonight, like 35 pitches, holy frijoles, man. What a start. I mean, they got their money's worth with Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani. Jesus Christ, man. What a way to carry them to that World Series, man. Holy frijoles. For the first time in 25 years, the World Series champions went back to back. Holy frijoles. What up, London? What up, buddy? I'm happy you're here, man. I wasn't sure because of the time schedule, but I told you that was going to kind of help us tonight. The hour went back, so that kind of helped me do a show tonight. But yeah, man, we're chilling on a damn Saturday night, man. Yeah, man, I'm happy. Yeah, because I wasn't sure, because I mean, a lot of people might think it's 5 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Saturday night main events are not that long. I think the show is only like 3 hours and like 50 minutes. No, excuse me, 1 hour and 50 minutes. So I think in the future, as long as things are not like with sports, don't get like pushed behind too much. I think I'm gonna be able to come on for Saturday night's main event. I think I can watch that show and then come on. But yeah, man, what did you think about? It was better than some other shows. I think this one was worth watching, right? Because obviously, Jay Cargill and Punk winning the titles. That was a really good match, low key. I thought between Jay and Punk, it was a good match. Jade winning kind of made a little bit Tiffany look a little bit weak there, but hey, at least we got a new champion finally in Jay Cargill for. And then good little match between the Penta and Rusev and Dominic. Dominic retains, and obviously Cody. I had a feeling once I saw it was going to be the first match, Cody was going to win. What up, Max? Welcome to the show. How you doing tonight, Max? I thought Jay and CM Punk was a great. Yeah. I mean, you could tell they don't get paid a lot of money for Saturday night's main events compared to what they get paid for the premium shows. And so I think Triple H, I feel like he's not gonna have a big. He had to do it with the world title, right? But he's not gonna have Cody lose his championship at a Saturday Night Main Event. They kind of look Saturday Night Main Event as like another weekly show. I don't think that it's like half and half between like a weekly show and like a pay-per-view. It's like a half-ass pay-per-view. I feel like. CM Punk winning the yep. Hey, have a good night, Max. Yep. Now Cody's cheating to retain. Oh my Lord. Who else is gonna feud with on? There's barely any people on SmackDown. I don't know who the hell else he's gonna fucking feud with, honestly, man. Like Jesus Christ. Like who else is he gonna feud with? Like I don't. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man, at all. It does not make any sense why Cody's still the champion. At this point, just have him on. Honestly, dude, there's just not enough people on SmackDown. SmackDown is very weak right now. Doesn't really have much. But you know what, London? They're gonna do the fucking War Games match, so they're probably not gonna have him defend the title at all until probably Royal Rumble. That's what I'm thinking. They might not even have him participate in that Saturday Night Main Event on December 13, and they're gonna have him do the War Games match for Survivor Series. So this might be his final title defense until like fucking the Royal Rumble. Low key. Monday Night Raw has all the exactly. They have all the big names. Jade and Tiffy was yeah. They what the fuck? They what the fuck is happening? They yeah, they had to do it, right? What was the point of Jade Cargill turning heel if she was not going to win the title? They had to do it with her. What up, Martinez? Welcome to the show. How you doing tonight, Martinez? How you doing tonight? They had to do it with Jay. But, my lord, man. I don't know. Yep. Once they turned their heel, you knew they were going to do that. They were going to fucking do that, man. I'm doing good too, Martinez. I'm just chilling. Oh, you did not tell me that, Alex. You did not say that at all. We got a championship change, a new world. Yeah. It was a little bit more worth watching because of the title changes, right? But, like I said, it's kind of like a weekly show, it's like a half-ass pay-per-view, it feels like. Alex, I don't even know who the hell you are. Honestly, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't even know if you've been on here before. It was a little more worth, yeah. Maybe now with the Peacock deal, they might make them more special. You did realize they took they kept wasting time going back to like Joey Tessitore and Jesse Ventura. They didn't do that on this one. They took them out. It was all Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. So maybe they're gonna, and the referees were not wearing the back uniforms. They were wearing their normal uniforms. Outside of like the microphone stuff going down, it was more like a normal show. They didn't do a lot of the throwback stuff, like they were doing for the other ones. Glad CM Punk wins championship. Yeah, they would waste so much time with They kept going to Joey Tessitore and Jesse Ventura, and that was just wasting time. Yeah. It's been such a disappointing feud. It's been a one-sided feud. Like, what was it 2-3 matches, and Cody keeps winning. Don't know why their matches aren't that good. Yeah. Yeah, that feud for some reason that's not like it seems like the stuff they do on SmackDown is better, the build up, but once they get to the fucking to the matches, they suck. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I have a feeling they're gonna end that feud finally. They're gonna fucking focus now on the War Games match. No. They're really good, both of them. They're like top 10, top 5 wrestlers, but for some reason, their matches are not that fun to watch. I don't know why. Right now, we're talking about WWE. I had a feeling Cody was going to retain when he... Yeah. That always happens, right? When the guy that gets the final word on SmackDown always loses. What up, Daniel? Congratulations on your Dodgers winning, buddy. Dodgers come back from 4-2. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Again, I thought late in the game, the 9th inning, the experience really showed on the Dodgers, man. They had it. What a heartbroken, man. They had, what was it, like 9th inning, 1 out when Miguel Rojas hit the home run. It's like, damn. They broke their heart, man. That's a heartbreaker. Miguel Rojas hitting that home run then the 9th inning. The offense hasn't shown much life, but they finally broke. Yeah. Well, and you got to give it up to Dave Roberts, right? Because he made that switch after Game 5. He said, "You know what? I'm starting. I have a feeling I need to start Miguel Rojas." And then he even did the in the next inning, he had the heads up play of throwing to first to home plate and getting the guy out. Rojas was really clutch at the end with the home run and then throwing out the guy home plate. He changed up the yep. Yeah, that was the money move right there, man. Putting Miguel Rojas in the lineup, man. I think Freddie Freeman or somebody said we weren't expecting a home run. We just wanted him to get on base. That was crazy that he had a home run. He had a change in lineup. Rojas had a better chance of getting at base, and he hit it. Yeah. I think Rojas even like overachieved what they thought he was gonna do. He was unbelievable, Rojas, man. Obviously, fucking Max Muncy coming up clutch again. He had a home run late in the game too. Yeah, man. I'm sure you were, man. When they got that double play, I'm sure you were going crazy. Yes, Willie. Yeah, man. Max Muncy's the one that won the game back in 2018. The game that also went 18, 19 innings. He's the one that won it. So he's been like the clutch player. I think now that Kershaw's leaving, he might be the longest 10-year Dodger, Max Muncy. Yeah, well, that's basically what we're going to talk about tonight, probably. WWE and baseball. Basically, probably. College football was not that fun today. I literally only watched one game. Vanderbilt versus Texas. Everything else sucked ass. Yamamoto on zero. Dude, that was crazy. Hey, what up, Juan Sanchez? Welcome to the show. How you doing tonight, man? How you doing tonight? And then he threw. Yeah, man. I kept telling my dad, like, it's not that normal. He's like, well, it's a game 7. I'm like, yeah, but like you want to do it, but physically, a lot of guys can't do it. I kept explaining to him. Yep, MVP Yamamoto. And even fucking Blake Snell did kind of good when he came out. You guys used every starter. That was crazy. I like the White Sox. I lived in Chicago for 11 years. Got off at work. Dodgers won from a little comeback. Yeah. Extra innings, freaking out. It's going to go 18 again. I think only, how many did it go? 11? I don't even remember. How about Arch? Yeah, man. Dude, they were up 24-3, but they only won 34-31. Vanderbilt started coming back. Will Smith hits the game-winner home run. Yep. They came up clutch all at the end, man. Max Muncy, Will Smith, and Miguel Rojas. Vanderbilt almost come back. Yeah, man. The onside kick, they had it, and then they couldn't secure, and it went out of bounds. Pendejo face. Shane Bieber left a pitch right down the middle, and it was, yeah. I felt like this felt like a LeBron James or like a New England Patriots type of situation where when it came down to it and everything was on the line, the team would experience one, right? How many times did the Patriots look like they were in trouble and then they ended up coming back and winning? LeBron, how many times did he come back from being down 3-2? This was what this felt like. Like, the experienced team came back and won. Blue Jays ground into a double play. Yeah, man.
I thought once like the ninth, yesterday and today, like once the ninth inning came up, I thought the Dodgers just their experience really showed.
That's why we said it's just exactly.
We said it on Wednesday, right? We were like, it's only two games. It's not like you're down 3-1 or 3-0. It's nowhere. It's not that hard at all. We were all kind of had a feeling this could happen. A lot of us, I remember, I think especially you, me, and Mick, we all said this might happen. You have you have Yamamoto. He's by far the best pitcher, probably in the league, right? Honestly, I mean,
I thought we could tie it there, but not a Rojas. Yeah, I think that surprised everybody, man.
Miguel Rojas with the home run. Yeah, everybody was thinking like a single or a double, and then he just fucking hit the. I don't know. I think is it because he's hurt. Um, I think in the ninth inning, Bobachit got pinch run for, and then he came up in the 11th inning, but it was Connor Falefa. I'm like, man, and he did a bunt, but I'm like, man, they maybe should have kept Bobachit in the game. I don't know how much speed difference there is between Connor Falefa and Bobachit.
Tyler Glasnow pitches only give. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been a mistake, man, when they
Pinch it for Bobachit in the ninth inning. And then when he came up in the 11th inning and Connor Falefa had a had a hit. Dude, fucking Bobachit hit a fucking 3-run homer. I don't know. I just don't know how much of a difference it makes between having Connor Falefa run instead of Bobachit. I think Bobachit is also a pretty fast guy, isn't he? What up, TC? Welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
He used our whole road. Yeah, that was crazy, dude. I don't know if I ever seen that in my life, London.
Every fucking pitcher, even Sheehan pitched a little bit.
What's up? Long time I miss you saying the way you say. What up, Donovan?
Welcome to the show.
We were lucky to get Shohei Ohtani through 2 innings. I was thinking maybe put Glass.
That's what I was thinking too. I think what happened was because he's a starter, he needed more time to warm up.
I think that's why they took so long to put him in. Yeah, I think that's what was going on too, but
I think he was hurt. That's why they put in Connor Falefa.
But I had a feeling that move was going to come back and bite him in the ass.
I mean, Connor Falefa did get the bunt, but man, I think that would have been completely different. I don't think Bobachit's bunt. I think he actually tries to get a hit, obviously.
TC, all we're talking about is WWE and baseball, basically. Yeah, I would have left.
I would have let Bobachit's fucking run. Honestly, his bat means too much, man. I'm not the biggest fan of the pinch runners, man. Because if you don't score, then you lose your bats. Like Springer, Guerrero, Bobachit, they should have all been kept in the game though. I don't know, man.
What up, London?
I mean, Sonic. Welcome to the show. How you doing, Sonic?
No, I didn't really.
Not much college football today. I didn't really watch much, dude. Sorry. I only watched
Vanderbilt, Texas. That's it. I didn't watch too much college football, man. I did see Miami lose to Houston. I did see that.
I did see Miami lose. I know people were mad at Carson back.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
Congratulations on winning the World Series, man.
Sonic, for your team. Yeah, man, I didn't really watch
too much college football today. Only the Vanderbilt, Texas game.
Hey, what up, Donovan? Welcome to the show. Back to back, man. For the first time in 25 years, someone wins back to back. Georgia Tech lost 40 to North Carolina State. It did, man. It was third. It was what was it 24-3, and the final score ended up being 34-31. That would have been a nice Heisman moment for Diego Pava, man, if he would have come back. They had a chance. They couldn't secure the onside kick. They had it. They couldn't secure it. It went out of bounds. Yeah, we'll see, Sonic. You guys can't win everything, dude. But we'll see. I think Shams Charana said something about LeBron James not being sure, like how committed he's to the Lakers. I think I saw that yesterday. Oh, really? Kentucky won. Nice. Yeah, man. I really didn't watch that many college games today. I watched the ending of the Georgia and Florida game. I think it was 24-20. Georgia won. I'm sure you did, Sonic. That was a crazy ass game, man. That was a crazy ass game. Who's most exciting to watch as a quarterback? Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and probably Josh Allen. Yeah, but I mean, not much happened, dude. It was a bunch of mid-card stuff. The ending with Cody and McIntyre with the contract signing. It was a hell of a serious. I think it was the first time since what 2019 there was a game 7, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it was Houston, Washington. Last time there was a game 7 in the World Series. Yeah, Sonic. I don't really want to talk about SmackDown. It's kind of a waste of. I can't even remember. How did I even? Cody and McIntyre did the. Oh, I think the Cody started it off, and then Dragunov I think defended against Kid Wilson or no, excuse me, Frazier, and then Carmelo beat Kid Wilson, and then I think Alexa Bliss beat Nia Jax, and then I think what the Tree family beat Motor City. And then I think the final segment was McIntyre and Cody, and then fucking McIntyre power bombing Cody through the announce table. That was the beginning of the show. That's right. Yeah. See, Tiffany and Jake Cargill did an intro. That's right. One of the best game 7s. Yeah, Dragunov beat Frazier. I'm not gonna lie, I already forgot about. Yeah, SmackDown was kind of awesome. View must cost a lot of money. What? It's a green screen. Okay, Sonic. We're not gonna go over backstage segments. Come on now. What the hell, Sonic? Why are you going over backstage segments? No, Sonic, you need to stop. We don't need to get that in too much into deep. We watched the show. We know what happened. We don't need to talk about every little thing that happened, Sonic. That's just spamming at this point, Sonic. You're spamming. We all watched it. We know what happened. We can do a little recap of how the show started, some of the matches, how it ended. You don't need to talk about every little detail that happened in the show. We already moved on to Saturday night's main event. I don't watch NXT, so I have no idea. I don't watch NXT. The reigning defending champion LA Dodge. Yeah, man. Back to back.
for the first time in 25 years and still your champions, man. Dude, I thought when it was 4-2, I thought it was over. Even when Muncy hit the home run 4-3. Miguel Rojas, man, in that ninth inning, holy frijoles, man. Miguel Rojas. 15-minute recap. I predicted all winners for Saturday night's main event. I was hoping McIntyre won. But everything else, I think I got right, too. I was sitting on the couch watching the game. I was starting to lose hope, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I was calling my uncle Miguelito, and it was when it was 4-2, he was getting really frustrated. I thought it was over, man. When it was in the ninth inning 4-3, I thought it was over. I really thought they were not going to do anything. I couldn't believe that Rojas hit the home run. I was shocked. Adrenaline in my soul. Cody's not going to lose the championship probably until WrestleMania. I was telling he's not even going to defend it probably because they got Survivor Series War Games coming up. So he's probably not going to defend it again until the Royal Rumble. Even when we made it for... Yeah, I still didn't think you were going to win. Well, I mean, Brock Lesnar was part of that video they made, right? So it looks like he's for sure going to be in the plans for the future. And he was posted in that video with CM Punk and Cody and Roman Reigns, Triple H and Paul Heyman. Hyping up WrestleMania 42. So I don't know what Brock Lesnar... I heard they might be interested in doing Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar. I was so hyped when Rojas said, yeah, that was crazy, man. That's like, that was the beginning of the end for the Blue Jays. Rojas hitting that home run to tie it in the ninth inning. It was the beginning of the end. That was all she wrote for the Blue Jays in a way. Maybe I should have fucking left Savage in. I don't know. You saw, I wonder what John Snyder's thinking now because fucking Dave Roberts let in Yamamoto for 3 innings after pitching 65 pitches the night before. Maybe John Snyder's like, man, I should have let Savage in there the rest of the way. Shohei Ohtani was selling in the... No, he was not. He's tired, dude. He pitched on Tuesday. You guys need to stop. He was fucking tired. He just pitched on Tuesday. Now he had to pitch again. I think that lets you know that Shohei is not that nowhere as good as Yamamoto. I think tonight Yamamoto showed that he's for sure the best pitcher. And he's got a fucking hit. Yamamoto showed today that he's by far their best pitcher. A lot of people had questions if it was more like neck and neck between Shohei and Yamamoto. And tonight Yamamoto proved that he's miles ahead of Shohei as a pitcher. Yes. Yamamoto proved without a shadow of a doubt he's the best pitcher. 65 last night, and tonight I think he's doing like 35. I didn't know Yamamoto was... Me neither, dude. I was trying to explain my dad. He was like, it's a game 7. What do you mean? He's like, Dad, everybody wants to pitch, but physically, a lot of people can't pitch the next day after throwing 65. My dad did not understand. Yamamoto. So both MVP were won by the Japanese. Yamamoto, and then the league championship was Shohei.
So all that money they paid to the Japanese player was worth it. I think it's $1 billion combined between Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani's salary. It's $1 billion. It was worth it. Almost 100 pitches. Every other pitch isn't pitch. Yeah. I told my dad, it's not normal. It's one thing to want to pitch in a game 7. After pitching the previous night, it's another thing to actually be able to do it physically. I was trying to explain that to my dad. But he thought that he was just pitching because why not pitch? I'm like, you didn't see Kevin Graveman out there tonight. They said Dodgers were. Why were they cheating? Why are they saying that? I think Yamamoto might have. He said that he didn't know how he was gonna feel, and he told Coach Dave Roberts, "Let me go to the bullpen and let me see what I have in me." And then he threw a few pitches in the bullpen, and he told them, "I can pitch." So he wasn't sure what he had in the tank until he started throwing in the bullpen, and then he told them, "Yes, I can come in and pitch." That's what he said after the game. Sonic, today's Saturday, buddy. Just enjoy the World Series. Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, I wasn't sure. I wanted to, but I wasn't sure until I got to the bullpen and started throwing a little bit. Yeah, because that's unheard of, man. 65 pitches and then pitch another 35 the next night. It's one thing to do that in a game, but to do that on back-to-back nights. I mean, dude, starters usually take like 2 to 3 days to throw it on the bullpen. You know, they usually don't, like if you pitch on a Friday, you're not going to even mess around and even soft toss for like 3 days. I was still wondering how much energy he was going to have. But he did a hell of a job, man, Yamamoto. One of the best pitching performances. Yeah, it really was. Yep. Hell of a performance by Yamamoto tonight. Hell of a performance. And by the way, Max Scherzer said he's not retiring. He said he wants to come back. Hey, buenos días, Sarti. Bienvenido al espectáculo. So I did hear that too. And we're chilling. Tyler Glasnow was pissing me off. Yeah, he didn't. Blake Snell actually pitched better tonight, I thought, than Tyler Glasnow. Kershaw career is over. Yep. 3 rings for Kershaw. Yeah, and I feel bad for Tyler Glasnow because, and that, again, that lets you know what kind of a different level Yamamoto's in. I think what happened with Glasnow is everything got fucked up with him because he had a pitch yesterday and he had a pitch today, and it fucked him up mentally. It messed up his routine. That just lets you know what kind of a level Yamamoto's in. Glasnow only threw 3 pitches yesterday. Exactly, Metal. Absolutely, it is time for football. Absolutely. I'm gonna try to slowly also watch some basketball. Slowly get my feet wet with basketball as well. But yeah, time to 100% concentrate on football now. Blake Snell was way better than, yeah. Because me and my Uncle Miguelito were like, they better not put Blake Snell in, he sucks. And then he ended up pitching better than Tyler Glasnow today. But I love how the Dodgers, dude, like, they're like, we're going to pay you all this money. But then they actually, like, use the players like, okay, we're paying all you guys. Like, they used all their starters tonight. Like, they got their money's worth. A lot of teams, they pay the money, but then they're like, yeah, I mean, they probably think more common sense. Like, you just pitched yesterday, we're not going to pitch you again today, right? But the Dodgers are like, we're going to pay you millions of dollars, but you better win us World Series. We're going to put you in a position to win us a World Series. Blake Snell was way better. Yep. Blue Jays fans aren't going to sleep. Nope. I'm sorry for severing the 11th. Probably not sure whether I would shit on his watch tonight. Paid all that money and then, yep. Because that was the big thing in Houston in 2019. Remember the Game 7 between Washington? That they never let Blake, Garrett Cole pitch. Remember? And they said that was a big reason why he didn't re-sign with Houston. Because he felt that the reason they lost that World Series was because they didn't want to pitch Garrett Cole out of the bullpen. Blue Jays bases loaded, 1 out, and yep. Yeah, man, I thought the experience really showed these last few games, especially late in the game, 8th, 9th inning. When Smith took the lead, Will Smith. I was more in shock with Miguel Rojas. I thought the game was over. I thought like the Blue Jays were like putting on the final touches. I was more in shock with Miguel Rojas. I had a feeling once I saw Miguel Rojas hit the home run and tied it, I'm like, Dodgers are gonna win this. Andy Pajas, dude, that was crazy. Yeah, I don't think Kiki knew where the fuck the ball was. And that's what Pajas fucking ran over his ass. I think Kiki was lost. He didn't know where the fuck it was. That would have been over, wouldn't it? I don't remember exactly what inning that was in. Yeah, he ran his ass over. He's like, dude, I felt like Pajas realized that Kiki didn't know where the fuck the baseball was. Yep. The Dodgers were clutch on defense. They fucked up a lot of the first 5 games. But I thought even the smart thing to do the heads up and put the hands up, right? If not, that would have been a triple and they would have scored a run. The Dodgers, man, they like I said, experience really showed in the final games on Friday and Saturday. Like I said, it felt like a LeBron James, Tom Brady, like where it looks like they're about to lose, but nope, here they come and they win at the end. But London, next year, I better not hear you complain about getting swept in the middle of the summer. You already know they're probably gonna fucking pay themselves. You know, they're just gonna win enough games. So don't be panicking if they get swept by the fucking... Who would have been the MVP for... Probably Guerrero. Yeah, that was a great play too, Rojas. Yeah, great play by Pajas of pretty much helping Kiki. Can't complain, win back-to-back. No, but I'm basically saying, London, like next year, if they have a bad run, like if they lose like 5 games in a row, don't freak out. I think it's gonna happen, London, because they're pacing themselves for the playoffs. So if they go through a bad stretch next year, don't freak out. It's over, Sonic. Today was the final game.
They're your new or they're still your world champions.
Exactly.
Exactly, London. So don't freak out next year if they get swept by a shitty ass team. They're they're probably not mentally locked in until the playoffs start. And you saw it, London. This was the only team that gave them problems. They beat the shit out of Cincinnati. They beat the shit out of Milwaukee. They beat the shit out of Philadelphia.
We'll see what they do in.
They're probably gonna look at the bullpen, right? Because I don't think, even though it was fantastic what they did, I don't think it's ideal to have all your starters have to pitch, and then your best pitcher have to pitch 65 innings one day and then have to pitch another 35 the next. That's not ideal. But I'm sure Andrew Freeman and Dave Roberts are gonna try to fix how to maybe make the bullpen better for next year. I don't think Toronto's gonna make it back though. Usually when teams lose, they don't do that good the next year.
The Jets eliminated from the playoffs. Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, I don't think the Blue Jays. I don't know next year who's gonna make it. I don't even know who are the biggest free agents.
That was our toughest series by far because we beat the shit out of exactly.
You didn't get challenged at all in the National League. You fucking cupcaked the National League.
Blue Jays fans feel sorry. Yeah.
My dad was saying that, I think, man, I feel so sorry for the Blue Jays fans. He's like, they had it right there. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's been like 30 something years. Probably would have been the first time for a lot of those fans. And bam, they get their heart broken.
Oh, and I did hear they might be interested, right?
In Kyle Tucker, the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I did see that. I think some of the Blue Jays players got a little bit frustrated because they did get hit a little bit too much in this series, I thought at times. But nothing really happened, man. I think those are always, a lot of times those are exaggerated when the bench is clear.
It was London.
For the first time in, if I'm not mistaken, since 2019, we had a game 7. So yeah, man. Freddie Freeman was already talking about three-peating. He's like, the Yankees three-peated in the late 90s. We might as well do it.
Kershaw goes off into the suns. Yup.
It's crazy too because he was there for 20 years. And like the first 15 years, he didn't win shit. And then the final 5 years, he won 3. It's crazy how it works out. So I was looking at because a lot of stuff is coming out about Mr. Mark Walter. Is that his name? The owner, because now he also has the Lakers, right? And so I think he got to there in 2013? And then ever since, I think this is 2017, 2018, 2020, 2020. So they made it to 5 World Series and won 3 of them ever since Mark Walter took over the Dodgers.
Nightcap.
So yeah, man. 5 World Series, and I've won 3 of them in the Mark Walter era. And he's only been there for I think 13 years. I think it's going to be harder with the Lakers though because of the salary cap. it's gonna be harder. But we'll see if he can do something with the Lakers. Did you Little Chicken Nuggets? John Moran, I think, got suspended again. I don't know if you guys saw that for I guess he cursed out his coach after yesterday's game versus the Lakers.
I heard Anthony. Yes.
He's got an Achilles injury.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anthony Davis put in a lot of muscle. I wonder if that's what's fucking him up. He has a lot more weight this year. Yeah. You really, Mofo? Didn't you pick this to be the World Series, Mofo?
I heard Ravens.
Oh yeah, because they said that they didn't put Lamar on the injury report. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm surprised you're surprised.
You told me back, dude. You always get these, Mofo. I think you got all three this year, right? The Eagles, the Dodgers, and the Thunder.
I think you got all three this year.
Yeah, that was crazy with Miguel Rojas, man. Shit was crazy. Ninth inning with the home run.
Jesus
Christ. He was clutch, man, for you guys. Miguel Rojas.
Yup. Bills and Chiefs.
Did you see Houston is once again favorite London versus Denver? Why? I don't get it.
Miguelito.
Miguelito came in tonight, man. Clutch. We are Commanders. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but Mofo, if I'm not mistaken, you got all three this year. Eagles, Dodgers, and Thunder.
Jacoby Biscuit is playing. Yes, I saw that.
Yes, Houston is favorite versus Denver.
I don't get it.
Like, why are people keep favoring Houston? They did the same thing last week versus San Francisco. They won, but still.
Dude, Mofo,
You literally got all. You're having like a Larry Memorabilia 2019 year. You're having a fantastic year. You literally predicted all three champions: Eagles, Dodgers, and Thunder.
oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean it's crazy, Mofo.
You're way too good at it, man.
You are way too. It's scary how good you are at it. I'm not gonna lie. They played injured. Yup. Yeah.
But now again versus Denver, they're favorites. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Patrick Martinez out for Denver. Really, just one player though? Just for one player?
I don't know, man.
I think I said Dodgers in 7.
Yes, you did, and I thought you were crazy. I said in 5. Remember?
Patrick Martinez, a maybe the best corner.
But Houston, other than Nico Collins, they don't have much. They don't have a line.
I think they can still pull it out.
I don't think the line should be that dramatic for just one player missing. Like they could still find it's not like you're playing a team like Cincinnati with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Now the NBA is getting investigated, but we all know it's. Yeah, man.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens, man, with that investigation. It's gonna be interesting.
I still think Denver. Yeah, me too. Texans line is trash, and Broncos have a good pass rusher. Yeah.
I think for sure Denver wins that game.
They might look at football, mofo.
Probably next, they might look at football.
I'm giving Troy Franklin a shot in my fantasy, really? But he's talking about the
Chauncey Billups and all that stuff.
and Terry Rozier. Yeah, Sunday Night Football. I think I'm gonna watch that game. Steelers Colts.
That looks like the best game, low key, for 1 o'clock. That kind of looks like the best game for 1 o'clock, honestly.
Do you really?
You think they didn't matter that much though? No, North Sartian.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Houston's getting lucky this year with injuries, right? They played Baltimore without Lamar Jackson. They now they're gonna play Denver. They played San Francisco without Nick Bosa and Fred Warner.
They've been catching breaks.
The Texans.
Nico Collins is back. Another weapon. Is that it, though, right?
Kirk Christian.
I don't know.
Dalton Schultz. I don't know, man.
All gas, no breaks. Dude, Texans be catching
The biggest breaks. No Lamar, no Bosa, no Fred Warner, and now no Patrick Surtain. It's like Jesus Christ, man.
some people. I mean, I don't know, man.
I think a lot of people have bets on the Texans and the Ravens making a run at the playoffs, but I don't know.
Do they really? They play in Mexico. Who's the quarterback for the Bengals in that game?
I heard Joe Flacco might not play. Are they going back to Jake Brownie then? Dude, fuck it. Fuck. I'm gonna have to change that game.
But they fucking lost
To Tyler Hanley, where the fucking Tyron Taylor, what the fuck his name is last week versus Baltimore, Chicago.
Chicago's a tricky team, man.
Because
I don't know, man. Flacco playing, but if needed, Brown. Okay.
I think Flacco can still pull it out, but if Jake Browning has to play, then Chicago's gonna win. But the other thing too is like, well, Chicago has a great start in the first quarter, but then they can never score again. But I wonder because Caleb Williams did kind of lit up the Dallas defense. I wonder if he might do the same to Cincinnati. Because those are literally like the worst teams in football, right? Dallas and Cincinnati.
Flacco playing, but it needed. Okay. Are you picking Chicago? I think I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
But I'm a little bit worried though because their defense does suck ass. And if Joe Flacco gets hurt and they have to take him out, oh yeah, I think Chicago's for sure winning if Flacco cannot finish the game.
Unk is going to laugh if Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati's just really bad, man. On defense. Literally like Cincinnati's like the Dallas of the AFC.
Ravens defense has been ass, but they beat
Mm-hmm. And they beat him with Tyler Huntley. Talk to me, Ocho. I'm with you when you're right now. I laugh for you before I laugh to you now. Yeah, that's a tricky game. But Caleb Williams is very inconsistent. What if Caleb? I don't know, man. And then when he played Dallas, that was his best game for Caleb. And so that's what I'm saying, man. He might do the same thing he did to Dallas to Cincinnati because of how bad their defense is. It's crazy, like, yeah, that's a 50-50 game. But if Joe Flacco puts up a bunch of points, I don't think even with a shitty ass defense, I don't think Caleb could keep up. If it's like in the 30s, I want to pick Steelers, but I don't know if Rodgers can't. I'm going with the Colts. Pittsburgh is struggling, man. They couldn't beat Green Bay, and they couldn't beat who was that other team they lost to? Green Bay and they lost to Seattle, Green Bay, and Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm picking Colts. Yeah, Daniel Jones, man. It's funny how he was supposed to replace Manning in New York, but he might end up, well, not necessarily replacing, but Peyton, but you know what I mean. Exactly, right? They keep, first it was Danny Dimes, and now it's Indiana Jones. And it was London. It was a good show. I'm happy we were able to do a show tonight. We got lucky with the hour getting pushed back. Yeah, it's funny how he's not even, well, now he hasn't been that good, but he keeps getting these nicknames. It's funny how it works for him. Rams are top 10. Can we get to the top 5? I don't know, man. You guys are always a slow team. I think you guys might start popping off more now in November and the December. You guys always seem to like have a much better November and December. Puka is back, yeah. We'll see on Tuesday what more trades we get. If anybody makes like a big ass dramatic trade. We're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. On a damn Saturday night. Yeah, London, I'm happy we got a show tonight. Exactly. Now, tomorrow would have been crazy. Now we can just focus on NFL tomorrow. We talked about baseball and wrestling today, and even some football. Yeah, that would have. MLB season is finished, and yep. Oh, really, London? So you're about to get a lot of pressure out of you. Do you think Michael Penix can beat? No, I got Patriots. He's so inconsistent. Atlanta's a very inconsistent team. Very inconsistent. Didn't they lose to San Francisco on Sunday Night Football? And they don't even have anybody. Everybody's hurt. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm telling you, man. Yeah, now just NFL, college football. Yup. I'm slowly gonna watch basketball, but I'm gonna focus on football. I'm gonna just watch basketball a little bit, and then I'll focus on basketball more like in February. Booyaka, booyaka. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anybody makes any more trades come this week for the trading deadline. Were you watching? Not that much today, Sonic. I only really watched Texas and Vanderbilt in Texas. I watched a little bit of the finish of Georgia and Florida, and that was it. Yep. This week, man, so we'll have a better idea. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm not a fan of quarterback draft. Yeah, it's not looking too great this year. Diego Pava, Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson. I don't know, man. Thank you, Sonic. Yeah, I don't know about this quarterback class. Poor Saints, man. They have so bad luck.